Today we're going to be looking into the influential younger brother of assassinated US President John F. Kennedy, who also met a tragic end while seeking the White House himself. Our story begins in the 1920s in Massachusetts, with Bobby born in 1925 as the runt pup of this lively litter. Bobby lacked Big Brother Jack's charisma and talents for chasing skirts. Compared to his charismatic older brother John F. Kennedy, young Bobby is often overlooked and belittled by his demanding father. Imagine this, a rambunctious bunch of red-headed American lads playing football on the White House lawn. But wait, one brother stands out for his shyness and lack of athleticism. Meet Robert Bobby Kennedy, the un-Kennedy Kennedy. And while Jack breezed through school with star athletes and Hollywood starlets, Bobby toiled on forgotten debate teams. Joe said voting for Bobby was like holding your nose. Surely this Kennedy wallflower wouldn't wilt in Jack's shadow forever. And so after serving 6 years in the House, RFK was elected senator in 1952, with some help obviously from his brother and campaign manager Robert. Despite initial doubters, Bobby knows Jack's passion and poise can inspire voters' trust. And in 1956, Jack tries for the vice president slot at the Democratic Convention. He narrowly loses but gains national attention as this young, energetic face of a new political generation. Bobby continues aiding his brother's rise by investigating Jimmy Hoffa's corrupt Teamsters.
Number one on the committee's list was the Teamsters boss, Jimmy Hoffa. He stood accused of consorting with gangsters and paying them off with union dues.
You knew this was going on for all this period of time. Why did you ever make an investigation before?
Bobby finds his way assisting on John's political campaigns, and in 1960,
State of Massachusetts, John F. Kennedy.
the Kennedy brothers set their sights on the White House. And against all odds, thrilling crowds and leveraging TV debates, John F. Kennedy becomes America's first Catholic president, with Bobby as US Attorney General. Suddenly, the once neglected brother has immense power to lead on civil rights, organized crime, Cuba, and the space race. Now their youth, idealism, and social ambition define the dawn of the new frontier administration. And now Bobby fearlessly tackles mobsters and Teamster unions while jousting with the FBI Director J. Edgar Hoover over civil rights issues. He helps to secure the admission of the first black student to the University of Alabama amid violent protests. And then tragically, John is assassinated on November 22, 1963.
125, the motorcade moves into the downtown area. In a warehouse, a sniper with a rifle poised waits. The cheers of the crowds almost muffle the 3 shots. The assassin's aim is deadly.
Changing history in Dallas. Robert stays on to support the new Johnson presidency for his slain brother's legacy and was elected senator from New York. He championed progressive causes by advocating for the poor and minorities during the turbulent civil rights movement, before resigning in late 1964. But staying quiet in grief proves difficult for the zealous Bobby, ever committed to fighting injustice and oppression. And now by 1968, Bobby aimed higher, declaring his candidacy for president while the nation reeled over Vietnam and racial strife. No longer the shy sibling, Bobby now radiated passion on the campaign trail. His courage to console the poor and defend the oppressed blossomed into a full-throated crusade for justice. And by the end of 1968, Bobby Kennedy was a leading Democratic presidential candidate. His anti-war views made him immensely popular with younger voters. Kennedy's charisma evoked memories of his brother's tragically short presidency. Victory seemed imminent until tragedy struck. On June 5th, just after winning the vital California primary, at just 42 years of age, Bobby was gunned down by an assassin at a Los Angeles hotel.
Staff had come out hoping to shake Bobby's hand. Waiting among them was an unemployed drifter named Sirhan Sirhan. As Bobby approached, Sirhan Sirhan opened fire with a snub-nosed pistol. One bullet caught Bobby behind the right ear. He fell to the ground.
Now America grieved this senseless loss of their guardian angel. And in his short but spirited life, Robert Kennedy transformed from an underestimated brother to a champion for the poor and marginalized. Through perseverance and grit, he found his voice as the moral conscience guiding a turbulent generation towards social justice and racial healing before that fateful gunshot silenced him. Now Bobby's legacy shines on through the causes he amplified in life, making him a guiding light of hope and unity that still inspires dreamers today. His eternal flame burns not just for the Kennedy name, but for the soul of America. Now I hope you enjoyed this introduction to the dynamic, short-lived political career of Robbie Kennedy. Now let me know in the comments below what other 20th century American history topics you'd be interested in learning about. And I'll see you next time.
I have a dream that one day every valley shall be exalted.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds.
We choose to go to the moon, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.